Look, see this? Look, let's be honest. There's a whole host going on in the world right now. And every time we turn any bit of media on, it's all we hear, for the right reasons, obviously, because information is key at this point. We're not going to talk about that today. We are not. I'm going to even avoid attempting to say the C word, just because I think we all need a little bit of space for it. So, speaking of space, I'm going to go on a bike ride. I have absolutely no plans for this vlog. None. I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm going to talk to you about. But I'm going to talk to you about something because I need some company, guys. I need some company on this bike ride. So unfortunately, you're up. Let's go.
Can you believe I had arm warmers on this morning? Can you believe it? Such a weird ride up though this morning, guys. Like, I came up sort of through Forest Way, and that's normally just lorries. Look, it's normally packed with traffic. Nothing today. I wonder if, trying to shine some positives, like a lot of companies and stuff will see just the benefits of working from home in this regard. Like, obviously the productivity factor, but also just the health benefits of it. So, I don't know, I'm gonna shine some positive lights on things at the moment. Oh, put it in the little ring, Chris, put it in the little ring. Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it? So, I suppose a bit of an update, just like everyone's lives, I suppose, at this point. Yeah, the racing calendar is very much on hold. More like, you've seen the pro ranks, well, even like down at Tour of Tochi race in Japan, which was a really exciting invite for us, was cancelled. All the way down to sort of New South Wales cycling, which have effectively put a sort of line through club racing, state racing. You know, I was thinking it'd be interesting to kind of share with you guys like training stuff and how to use this sort of period, but it's not really a conversation worth having yet because, well, we don't know when the next goals are. So, but you know, like I had this conversation with Jesse yesterday. He's just going to take a week and run. I'm doing some of the, obviously the weight stuff, but also some of Elizabeth's centre app thing. I don't know, a bit of a mind fresh, you know, more than anything else. Which I suppose brings up this question then of, well, why am I still riding my bike? Because, like, I've made it clear to you guys in the past that the main reason I ride my bike is for bike racing, isn't it? Like, just that passion of racing a bike. And I can't race my bike at the moment. So why am I here? Why are we still riding our bikes? That's a big existential question, isn't it? But like, I was thinking about it, and I think it's going to be day to day. For me today, the reason I got on my bike is this. I wanted to be in this place at some point on my bike ride. Look out, see that, and just feel, I don't know, part of the environment or something. Like, I don't know, it sounds kind of tooly, but you know what I mean? So that was my motivation today. Will I have that same motivation tomorrow to do the same thing? We'll see. Maybe I'll try and do daily vlogs. Ugh, don't commit to that yet, Chris. See how your week's going. But you know what I mean? So, for me, I suppose that's why I'm riding my bike. To be in this space right now. Headspace and environmental space. I think that could be the title of the vlog. What do you reckon? Sounds good. So, we got the Asioma Fer... I keep wanting to say it in an Italian accent. I don't know why. I should point out. So we got the Asioma Power Meter vlog up yesterday, and thank you guys so much for your comments. It's very interesting, isn't it? Like, very positive, very positive. have they cracked the code or something? Like, what the hell? It's pretty legit. One thing I should have mentioned in the vlog was that we paid for those power meters. I just thought I should clear that up so there's no Trump style quid pro quo going on there. Actually, I'll tell you actually. So the guys who have the Unos, the team paid for those, and the guys who have the Duos, they paid for them themselves and own them. That was kind of the way we did it. Really just came down to budget. So the team could not afford to pay for everyone's Duos, and like I said, we had to pay. So what we did is we gave them an option of, guys, you can buy the Duo yourself and own it, or the team will buy. Actually, I bought it, to be honest, because we were kind of out of, anyhow, it's a different story. Yeah, so if you want, we'll buy the Uno and you'll have to give them back at the end of the year. So that's kind of how that worked. I kind of like telling you that sort of stuff because it does irk me sometimes. Like, you see teams and things, they kind of play with the, don't tell the full story about gear and equipment, and I like kind of sharing that with you. Well, I should mention this actually. So the bikes, okay? The most asked question I get, why haven't I done a review? There is no conspiracy theory. It is very much down to the fact there is no set retail price for these bikes yet. So obviously I have an absolute opinion on how they ride, but how does it compare to something of a similar price point? That's really the nuts and bolts of any review, and I can't do that without the recommended retail price. And obviously they've been hit pretty hard by the virus, so no conspiracy, it'll happen. I just want to be able to compare it to relevant bikes. Good to be back on the ECC bike. Goes nicely with the shoes, doesn't it? The Nero coloured shoes.
Luke's decided to take social distancing to the next level for a little bit.
Yeah.
What are you up to?
It's time to do some consulting in Perth. It's a few too many presentations in Sydney. So you know what? Head over to Perth. And you know what? If you're over there, come say hi. You'll probably see me eventually if some of the races actually start coming about. Then I'm going to be at some of the courses on the sideline. Watch out for us.
We were actually also just talking about the fact how we approach this from a sponsor's perspective, because as you know, you can talk to it about, like, you know, sponsors want us racing, but there's no racing. So what do we do, right?
So I think from a sponsor perspective, you're going to see our guys out and about, probably in and out as Zwift races, doing a whole bunch of content out there for our sponsors. Perfect time to get it all created. The other thing is going to be, when we start racing later in the year, what is the schedule going to look like? We are going to have UCI races all rescheduled. We're going to have the NRS. We're going to have all of the state racing, Victoria, New South Wales, South Australia, and Queensland racing going all the time. What's going to happen?
I mean, it's interesting because, you know, no racing, so no racing content and that kind of thing. But what would you guys sort of like to see? I mean, this is an opportunity for us, I suppose, to create different types of content for you. Bike related and maybe not bike related, I'm not sure. So, all right, have fun over there. So we didn't touch hands, see? No hand touching. We have cycling. We have a bike cycling channel. Yeah.
I gotta subscribe.
Very good. So Chris Miller, Neuro Racing.
On YouTube.
On YouTube, we go. So this is how I live my life. I just go around getting people to
That's
subscribe.
nice. That's cool.
Yeah. Miller, M-I-L-L. Double L.
There we go.
There he is there.
Wow.
Yeah.
See you later.
Hello.
So it's interesting, I'm kind of up there and we were talking a little bit obviously about the racing being cancelled and all the rest of it, and some of the guys were saying, oh, it doesn't matter, there's still Strava, there's still Zwift, there's still, you know, bunch rides and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't really do it for me, because like the reason I love like bike racing like is the whole thing around it, like the tactics in it, the challenge of the skill of riding, the all that kind of stuff. That's bike racing for me. And I kind of thinking a bit more about it, like, and I'm not racing my bike to sort of seek validation from the people that I ride with. Does that make sense? Like, the reason I race my bike is to try and win the race. That's the reason. It's not to have people at the end compare yourself to them and you compare yourself to them, which I kind of feel is probably what a lot of the Strava, the Zwift stuff is. It's about comparison and seeking validation from other people, and it's everywhere. Like I'm thinking about that on the ride back this morning, and like I'm coming up this little hill and I'm totally saying to myself for the next couple of weeks, totally chill, Chris, just totally chill, just go out, ride your bike. But even on that little hill, I'm like, I could try and PR this. You know, I'm like, what? Like, this is just such a weird space to be in riding these days, with everything, with all these competitive kind of options around you. Like, imagine like, and it wouldn't have been that long ago, it would have been like 10, 15 years ago. Not even that. Like, you would have had a heart rate monitor, maybe. Let's take it a little bit further back from that. No heart rate monitor. And you've just gone out for a ride. How would you get validation or seek a competitive thing from that ride? You wouldn't have. It would have been like, oh, I rode up that in the 53.11, so therefore I'm a weapon. Whereas now, it's like, oh, I'll put a little squeezing up this hill and I'll be 8th overall, and everyone will see how good I am. It's weird, isn't it? What a weird way my head is working today. Anyway, we're going to go pick some kitties up. What's the current state of play at UTS, Elizabeth?
Well, classes are suspended, but staff are still working.
So you will be working from home, remotely, in at the office?
Yes, yes, and yes.
Right, okay. So the way I see that answer is that not only if you have any questions or comments or suggestions about the kind of content you'd like to see for us, any sort of insight from the lady herself, do let us know. Yeah, no, seriously guys, I'm really interested to know kind of where you'd like us to maybe take the channel for the next month. The goal is absolutely to keep this channel as completely positive as possible, because it only is one flick away onto the iPad and you are well and truly back into the rabbit warren of doom and gloom. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you probably pretty soon. All right? Talk to you soon. Howdy.
G'day.
I kept a metre apart.